I'm honestly shocked that they can even call this thing a skate park. I was with some family at a park a couple months ago, and I noticed that listed as one of the amenities was a skate park. Now, I didn't know there was a skate park in this part of town, so I was stoked to check it out, and when I pulled up, I was confused to say the least. Now, at the time, it was cold, and there was still snow on the ground, and I didn't even have my skateboard on me for that matter, but today I thought it would be fun to go back to it and check it out. I'm probably gonna regret this, but let's go grab the gear and head over to this skate park. I'll be completely honest with you, I personally am not that excited to go back to this skate park, but I am very excited to show you how wild this park is. Hello, Pietro. Hello, Totino. Goose, we meet again. Pack yourself some nice charcoal. You never know when a good BBQ is gonna happen, you know? It says it's gonna take about 20 minutes to get there. Nothing like 20 minutes in a car to experience a bad skate park. Can't wait. I don't wanna hear anyone commenting about my life jackets. You never know when a flash flood is gonna happen. I'm just being prepared. I just got here. It does look like it could rain, so hopefully it doesn't, because I didn't drive all the way over here for this beautiful skate park for nothing. Before we get skating, I want to give you a quick tour of the skate park, just so you can kind of see what it's like. If you walk over here, we got this nice kicker ramp here kind of thing, and that's literally it. So some of you may be saying, you know, that's not even really a skate park, and sure, we could go into the scientific definition of what is a skate park, but we're not doing that today. But every single map I found of this park labeled that section as a skate park. But there are some other things I guess they could label it as if they really wanted to. They could just, you know, call it a skate ramp or a practice area or disappointment. So let's actually talk about this skate park. One thing I noticed the second my wheels hit the ground was how terrible the pavement was. I feel like the rocks underneath my shoes, it's like sandy. When you go to a skate park, you're hoping for smooth cement that makes the ride really easy, but this was all just loose gravel, which is actually like the complete opposite of what you want in a skate park. Like if I was designing my own nightmare skate park, first thing on the list, loose gravel as cement. Second thing on the list, located inside an Arby's, and third thing, you have to be watching Morbius while on the property at all times. I mean, if you want to go into the definition of a skate park, the bare minimum is that it should have decent cement. So let's talk about the centerpiece of this charming little skate park, the only thing there, the ramp. Now this ramp is made of metal, which is ideal for no one, and it's made by this company called Skatewave. According to Skatewave's website, it looks like they made metal cheap ramps from about 2001 to 2017. And to quote from their direct website, Skatewave was made to satisfy the market's need for modular skate park equipment with low maintenance requirements, peak performance, and the highest level of quality for which Landscape Structures is known. And it looks like Landscape Structures is their parent company, and they specialize in like park equipment. Now, a couple of funny things from their little statement there is that these ramps are not made well, they break so easily. They aren't greatly made to begin with, but then you add the combination of rain and snow and just weather wears these ramps out so quickly. The biggest problem with this Skatewave ramp is that it pops up right where the cement and the ramp touch, making an incredibly annoying bump as you get onto the ramp. But look at this. It's like sticking up. You're gonna hit that and go flying. Now, believe it or not, this is not your boy's first time rodeo. Me and Mr. Skatewave have run into each other a few times in the old saloon before. And by that I mean I've had previous experience with Skatewave's ramps. Back in my hometown in Nebraska, there was an entire skate park made of these metal skate wave ramps. The ramps, the box, and even the mini pipe were just falling apart, and even though Skate Waves claims that they have low maintenance, I never saw one person ever working to try to fix those ramps. Now, in case you've never been to Nebraska, here's a fun fact. It gets 1 billion degrees in the summer heat, so if you fall on a metal ramp, you're gonna get like 3rd-degree burns. What kind of psychopath approved metal ramps in the middle of Nebraska? But we're not talking about skate parks I've used in the past, so let's actually talk about this particular skate wave ramp. Now, like I said, it didn't really look that safe and it was already breaking at the bottom of the ramp, so I did want to ride it a few times to make sure, I didn't die. So I rode up and down the ramp a few times and determined that it was safe enough, I guess. If I was a beginner skateboarder, I probably wouldn't be confident enough to ride this ramp because I wouldn't want to die. But, I'll do it for the vine. That's an outdated reference. Next, I decided to warm up with a few ollies, which was mainly to make sure that the structure wouldn't fall apart while I'm doing tricks on it. Once I got a few ollies down, I decided it was time to move on, and I started going a little bananas for some bonelesses? Bone lie? I decided to start doing a lot of bone lie. I'm a sucker for a good boneless. I just think they're so fun to do, and I've been doing them for so long, they're like second nature to me. So I did a few of those on this ramp, and honestly, it was probably my favorite experience with this terrible ramp. Which is not saying much. Kind of like the equivalent of watching like Cars 2 in a 4D experience. It's like, sure, the 4D was fun, but you still watched Cars 2. I really wanted to try to land a pop shove it on this ramp, but boy oh howdy, it was hard, but like in a bad way. The biggest problem with doing anything on this ramp is that the gravel is so loose and just shakes you around, and then as you hit the ramp that's broken, it just throws all your balance completely off right from the get-go. I mean, yeah, sure, it's technically safe, but I was so worried about getting hung up on that piece of the ramp that sticks up that I had to brace myself for impact every single time I used this ramp. Which is a huge issue because I'm so focused on making sure I can get up the ramp that I forget that I'm trying to also do a trick on the ramp. So it took me several tries to get this pop shove it down and took a lot of adjusting. It took a lot of blind trust in the ramp that it wasn't gonna knock me out and steal my phone and then post as me on all my social media accounts saying I like to take off my shoes and socks at movie theaters. Which for the record, I don't do that, I only take off my shirt. The fact that it took me like 30 minutes to land a pop shove it on this ramp shows you how bad this ramp is because I've been doing pop shove it's for like 10 years. I hate that ramp, yo, it's terrible. After my very weak pop shove it, I decided I needed a break from this terrible ramp and did what I do best, flat ground. But even that wasn't that fun because of all the loose gravel. I literally fell once while trying to do a kickflip and I got like 15 small little cuts all over my leg. Now, I didn't even fall that hard and I was going pretty slow. Can you imagine the damage I would have taken if I would have been doing something harder and going a little bit faster? I probably would have ended up in the ICU. Alright, what's up with this next patient? What's wrong with him? He tried to do a kickflip at a skate park. Okay, that seems like this shouldn't have caused this much damage. Yes, but the cement was loose gravel. I'll be honest, at this point, wasn't having a good time. The whole skate park is a mess. The ramp is busted, the ground is made out of small razors. Is there any redeeming factor of this piece of junk? Yes. There is. Now, the local cool kids and bad boys decided to take it upon themselves and go nuts with some graffiti on this ramp. Most of the graffiti is exactly what you would think the teenage crowd would do. Call this number for a good time, but it's actually just the number for a Pizza Hut. Or just doing a quick sketch of their favorite part of the human body, just in every corner of the ramp. I think my favorite one had to be just this green heart that said, "Handsome Squidward, my beloved." I love a good SpongeBob reference, but even more, I love a good SpongeBob reference that's in the middle of this wall of the most vulgar things that this teenage community could come up with. I can't even show you what's surrounding that piece of art because I'm afraid YouTube will flag me for it. I do think it's funny how vandalism has come a long way though. You know, when I was younger, I would see the most vulgar things written on my park equipment, and now vandals have come to the good side, and they've been saying things like LGBTQ is good and just BLM. The other redeeming factor of this skate park was not even near the skate park at all, but it was the trail that was adjacent to the skate park. At the end of the day, I had way more fun just riding around on this trail at the park. This whole park is built on a hill, so it makes for a really nice cruise session. And believe it or not, the cement on this sidewalk trail is actually better than what is at the skate park. So who decided the trail gets the good cement and the skate park could just use whatever was available at the dollar store? Overall, this skate park is a huge joke. I don't know if I believe in living in a simulation, but this skate park existing makes me think that someone up there is just pranking me. And I don't like it. The cement feels like you're skating on a bunch of marbles, and the ramp's quality is that of a Nickelback song. I had more fun skating the curb outside of the skate park than skating in the actual skate park. The only redeeming factor of this entire skate park is that I got a good laugh at some of the graffiti, raising the score of the skate park from a 0 out of 10 to a whopping 1 out of 10. Thanks for watching this video. I know it was a little different than the content I usually make, so please hit the like button down below if you want to see me review more skate parks like this. Hopefully not like this, but you get the idea. And as always, have fun, good luck, and keep shredding the gnar.